Memorial Day weekend, I had a really close friend that was really close to getting out. He would get out at the end of the month. And COVID happened, and a lot of jobs were pulling their offers back, saying we have to use that will clause because right at this current time we're cutting employment. So he called me and we talked, and I told him, we can still get you an employment. Like, you need to just think positive. It's not the end of the world, but in his mind it was. The following day, we were supposed to barbecue, and I was actually getting everything cleaned up and prepped for the barbecue. And I heard my phone ring. I didn't go answer it. And then a few minutes later, I heard a gunshot, single shot. And he took his own life. When we found out that he was dead, his son was standing over him. And he left his family to see him in his worst regard. And a lot of people were just left in question. It broke me mentally and emotionally, because these kids read a letter that the father left behind saying that his life insurance and gratuity was worth more than him being physically present. And then I was on Facebook and I saw Hillary Butler, somebody that I respect very much, doing push-ups and trying to raise awareness for PTSD and mental health. And I was just in a dark place, and I said, Hillary, I don't agree with you. I don't think that doing push-ups is going to raise any awareness. I think people are just going to see you doing push-ups and want to get challenged and then do their own push-ups for 22 days. But what are we really doing?
You know, it was crazy to think that this all really kind of started from a 25-day push-up challenge, because I had a friend that he challenged me, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do 25 days. And then I started thinking of my friends and loved ones that I had lost to suicide, and was like, I can't do nothing. I didn't know what it was to do, but I knew I wanted to do something. So the 25-day push-up challenge that I got involved in was just my way of hoping that someone would see it and want to make a difference and a positive impact. And that someone was Chief Rathbun. He was just making a point that, push-ups are fine, but we got to do more. And I knew that I needed to do more. I wanted to do more. I didn't know how to do more. But right there, I was like, Chief's words. Okay, let's go. Let's go to war. Let's try to make a difference and a positive impact. And that was really how I got involved in realizing that it doesn't matter if it's a push-up challenge that you do or whatever. Just get involved. Leave the sideline and get in the game.
There are huge similarities between special operators and NFL athletes. Now, you're going to have your differences, the pay, obviously, and then also the time spent in combat, right? That is something that an NFL player will never experience unless they came from the military before. When you're looking at the similarities, you're looking at people who are at the top of their game, people who've pushed their bodies and their minds to past anybody's limitations that they thought they had. The A-type personality, right? That aggressive person who wants to get the job accomplished, who wants to do the best that they can. That is the same in both aspects. And then that camaraderie when you're on a team, when you have that brotherhood, that's something special. My greatest accomplishment in my career are the soldiers that I've worked with and led. I have multiple soldiers who are now sergeant majors, team sergeants, and have been extremely successful in their careers. And the fact that I got to serve alongside with them is better than anything I could ever imagine.
Myself and Ed, we've served in countries globally, and we've fought, against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We've trained, we've exercised, we've had our own personal challenges. So saying, hey, we've experienced this challenge. We know what it's like to be in a position of responsibility, but you don't need to push your own needs to the side for the benefit of others, because you're not a benefit of others if you're not, communicating what your challenges are.
The goal of leaving the sidelines is to attempt to prevent suicide. That is what our mission is. One suicide is one too many. There are times in all of our lives when we're going to feel like we're in a dark hole and there's no one that can help us. We need to let people know that we're there. We are always there. I hope that we get to a point where people don't have to ask for help. All they have to do is sign up and use our services. If you feel like you can't change the world, start by changing the world for one person. And that's how we're going to do this.